Vinyl Voices is back with John and Jesse behind the mics. Let's get to the music.
All right, we're back. This is Vinyl Voices Radio here on ESPN 97.5. I'm John Denman, Jason Dejas, and we're hanging out with Swimwear Department. And so, quick break. Yeah, just refill some beers, whatnots need to happen. Jesse, what song are we going to listen to this time?
All right. The second song we're going to listen to is called Shop, which I think is the first song on the second side of the vinyl album.
Yes.
Which is this beauty here. Y'all take a look out there in YouTube land or online. Have like liner notes with lyrics that you really need to check out. And the album art.
It looks like some effort went into it. Some good effort.
Yeah.
Art's really good.
Thank you.
Plus, you can actually read what about your songs, the lyrics.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. That's what that says.
The artwork is based on The Garden of Earthly Delights by Hieronymus Bosch, which is a diptych about about hell and heaven and earth and
it's a very bizarre painting.
Yeah, we talked to Rebecca Elise Cook, who is a native Houston artist and my favorite person, about doing a thing, and she kind of came up with this concept, and it's got a pool inside of a mall, and then just a lot of things that some are referential to songs, and then some are just out of her brain, and then some are references to the famous artwork that it is based on.
Has y'all?
And we're on there too. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't told you guys. I think for my birthday around then, y'all ordered me a single run of the puzzle.
Oh yeah, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I built it. It's amazing.
You built it?
Why
Yeah, you sent a picture.
Because I forgot before I tore it apart.
Because I have it right here.
Yeah, so
saving you for this show.
you can order a puzzle of the album art on our
great.
website.
It's a fun build.
Swimwear.com.
Very fun build.
Only Jack has seen it, apparently.
Well, I wanted to tear it apart so you guys could build it on our next
Why
night.
didn't you
so
glue it and frame it like
That's
they
the
did in
plan, but
90s?
y'all gotta build it first.
Okay.
Come on. All right, we're talking so much. No, this is beautiful.
Let's listen to some music.
puns aren't unprofessional. That's all I'm saying.
No.
It's the job.
Yeah.
No, but it's a sign of intelligence. That's what it is.
Thank you.
Yes. Puns are good.
I don't like people that don't enjoy puns.
You can't trust them.
I don't like that.
That's true.
What are people that roll their eyes at puns and are just like, oh,
Just trying to get some exercise.
They just can't think of things like that.
Xers.
They're just too.
I compare it to like farts. Like if you're holding in farts, you're gonna feel awful. Like to me, it's like I get a pun, it's got to come out. And like,
What's the new meme? It's like,
No idea.
it's
Bob
like,
Dylan didn't have bangers every time he wrote a song either. Like sometimes puns
it's
just
like
don't
if
land.
you don't
but-
think farts are funny, you're losing out on a lot of joy, but having the same amount of farts in your life.
Well, it's also like you don't have to be smart to laugh at a fart joke, but you're pretty dumb not to.
Also, why Bob Dylan? Is it because of blowing in the wind?
It's just fucking
It was there. You teed it up.
It was. Yep. So let's talk about that song.
All right.
Yeah.
So that song, I was just asking you if you remembered where it came from. I was driving back from Austin for a work trip, and I was like alone in the car, just thinking about song ideas. And I called Matt. I was like, I gotta download these ideas to you. And one of them was this kind of idea around shop that he developed even more. But it was just this idea of like, because he had written a demo of a song that was like kind of like shop until you drop kind of vibe to it. And I was like, what if we took it like shop until you drop, but then we take it even further? Like corporations want you to like shop until like your knuckles fall off, or like shop until you're basically essentially till you're dead. Like take it to the furthest extreme. So I hadn't developed it, but he kind of ran with that. Especially at the end, you hear like the idea of like shopping until you become the earth to like fuel shoppers to shop even more. So it's like sort of this like anti-consumerism vibe to it, and like or like just calling like criticisms on capitalism and consumerism and like the downfall of it in our society nowadays. But you took it even further.
Yeah, so my research led me to like a paper that somebody wrote probably for their like seminary dissertation that was like can consumerism be considered a religion? Because what I wanted to do was like this sort of tent revival preacher character who was like mandating that people shop and like you gotta shop. And so I'm reading about this stuff, and I find this paper, and they're like quoting Cornel West and a couple and one of the popes, and it's basically saying, you know, if consumerism is the mode of operation, then like the people that suffer the most are poor people and the earth. I was like, wow, that's heavy. That's gonna make it into the lyrics, and it does. And
it's like we single use our bottles, we single use our hands.
Yeah.
So like hands of work, like not like our literal hands, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, like viewing people as disposable and dehumanizing people. So this is getting really heavy. This is an example of just like the layering that happens in our songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, you know, and we'll listen to some songs later that have no layering. They're just like, this is a dumb song about this one idea.
Right.
And it's just purely supposed to be fun. But I started finding that like when I would research and start writing a song about pools and malls, the stuff that I'm dealing with comes out too. And so I just think that's a cool thing about songwriting is we can't help but put our fingerprints on things. And
Right.
And so shop is like it's when I'm singing it, I kind of embody that character that I was describing, where I'm like mandating that people shop until they die.
Right.
And get slurped up by a worm. Become
I love that imagery.
harvested and packaged and shipped out to a shop where shoppers shop you up for energy to shop and shop and shop and shop.
You actually won't believe, you maybe will believe, but how many conversations we had about how many times to say shop.
I wanted to keep saying shot a lot.
We ran out of budget, I think, at 20 shots.
Yeah.
They just couldn't pay for it anymore.
Yeah.
That's the game. Yeah, every time you say shop, you have to drink.
Oh, yeah. That was the first song too that we wrote very uniquely. I think I don't know why we did it, but we just had a long weekend or something. Oh no, it was the time crunch.
yeah.
It was the time crunch. We were about to go into the studio with Steve Christensen, who recorded our album. And we were like, we got to finish this song. We need one more. So we ended up going to Matt's house and like spending the weekend there, like set up his living room and like wrote for hours, like just hours on end. It took us a while, but you know, that was the first time we'd done that, of like not having a song to start with, not even having really lyrics to start with. We just had like this loose idea of what we wanted to write about. And so,
Man, I'm getting triggered. I'm thinking about like the drums and like all of the gear in my living room, but I'm like sitting at this desk before y'all got there that day, like just reading this
heavy academic paper.
heavy academic paper and being like, how do I make this a song?
You know, like I'm in a headspace where I'm like, I'm at home farting around. Well, I'm going to go to Matt's here in a little bit.
Yeah.
We're just going to like play.
Can't wait to see what chips we got.
Well, because then the other layer is like Matt will make demos for us of like just ideas, and then sometimes like those ideas he's like, this is how it has to go, and this is where I'm like the naysayer. I'm like, no, can't do that. Like that melody has to go away, and I'm like the naysayer, like cutting things down. And it's just us arguing for a little bit while they're just kind of thinking some things out. So
I was laughing because for every like, the Pope said that the earth suffers when consumerism is our driving mode of operation. For every one of those, there's like, hey y'all, I made this rap rock song about sampling Chinese chicken in the food court. And it's too dumb.
and you send it at 10 o'clock and nobody responds. And then we talk in the practice space. We're like, oh yeah, we got it.
Yeah, we heard that one. Yeah.
Cool.
I guess one thing I definitely like about Shop a lot is like we had a lot of like up-tempo stuff already. So we definitely were like, musically, let's work in a direction of like slowing the tempo down and having a different kind of groove, because we need that sort of differentiation on the record. Like,
Yeah.
we like to rip and do high BPM and do fast stuff, but like, we need to like have something a little with the different flavor on it, and like, that song is perfect for that.
But like to Matt's credit, that bass line that you like, the verses, that was from your original demo. So like, there's still elements and like
I know how to play the bass.
Matt is a lot of the good bass lines. I'm just there for the pepper.
We've talked about two songs, and both of the songs have referenced research, which no band that we've talked to yet has talked about research, and their songs are about pools and malls.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Well, it's cool because like you could get that like, oh, this band is very surface level, fun, pools and malls, great, love it, but like that extra deep and researched and like very thought about layer from Matt's lyricism really makes it something else, you know.
have this counterintuitive song about late stage capitalism right in the middle of the album that's slowed down so you can really listen to it, you know.
And that was, we even talked about the character, like who is singing this song, like almost like a, you know, someone representing capitalism almost, and like, or consumerism, and like a carnival character to some degree, or like a showmaster, like wearing like I almost imagine like a Mills McCoy at like rock, what was it, the rock and roll circus?
Yeah.
Like
I always
him
imagine
doing that.
one of those carousels in the middle of a mall, you know?
Yeah.
It's like all the lights are out, the guy's like swinging around. I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break and actually refill some beers, some more of this Texas Leaguer beers. But this is Vital Voices Radio. We'll be right back.
This is Vinyl Voices, brought to you by Adley Law Firm, Houston's personal injury attorneys for 30 years.